Yeah, I do have it. I just don't have it with me.
Let me double check.
I was gonna say, because
Be
I don't
announced.
think we put a different time for our board meeting.
I think.
Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone, again. Thank you very much for joining. It is now time to call our regularly scheduled board meeting to order. First up, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Any discussion, comments, corrections?
Yes, I would like to make an amendment to the agenda as presented under new business. I would like us to consider the contract proposed to us from Real Point.
Okay. Amendment to the agenda and the new business for Real Point contract. Okay, all those in favor with the stated amendment, let it be known by saying aye. Any opposed? Okay. Motion carries.
Can I just interrupt for 1 second? Just because there's no reason to interrupt. I'm just trying to educate myself. Like, Stephen, you could have brought that up under new business, right? And like you could have made a motion and somebody would have seconded or not seconded. But you're saying you want to add that topic. So now we're voting on approving the agenda with that topic added.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's there's always a reason for an interruption. If you need
Yeah.
clarification.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Record these minutes.
Okay,
right.
so now we just need to vote to approve it.
Yep. All right. And that will bring us to public comment. And we do have a member of the public present. So if you don't mind, tell us who you are and where you are from, which city, if you don't mind.
I'm
And
Suzette Dexter. I'm from Farmington Hills. I've lived here for 41 years. And the reason why I'm here is I don't know what your contract was about that you were just discussing, but the reason why I'm here is to discuss LinkedIn Learning. I'm hoping that there will be a budget for that because I've tried Udemy and it seems very substandard. And I was wondering if we could try LinkedIn Learning at least for 1 year for a trial to see if everybody likes it. It's more for professionals than it is for hobbyists. And I've got a journalism background. I've worked at CBS Radio, CBS News, WWJ News Radio 950, ABC, Local 4. I've gone on to work in print journalism, and I would like to parlay my skills into documentary filmmaking. And Udemy, I've used it. It's not cutting it. And I think there are a lot more professionals here that could really benefit from LinkedIn Learning as opposed to Udemy. I think that, for resume building, for professional skills, for getting certifications, you're not going to get through that through Udemy like the way you would through LinkedIn Learning. So it is my hope that we could see about using that at least for a year, putting it out there, announcing it to the public to see if they like it for 1 year. And if they do, to at least add that to the budget. That's why I'm here tonight.
all right.
And I'm hoping you might agree with me on this.
All right.
And I could I could highlight my points and send them to an email to all of you so you can go over it. Because I don't want to take up any more of your time.
Yeah, no, we really appreciate the comment. I think that the staff will take your comment and your suggestion under advisement and do a little bit of investigation and compare the offerings and see what recommendation they might bring back for what would be best for the patrons. So I love the fact that you brought us that direct feedback. I think that's helpful. And the staff will go and look at maybe something even better than LinkedIn Learning that they come back with and tell us about. So they'll investigate it and definitely, I think, make the right decision around what we should offer.
Thank you. I've been putting it in suggestion boxes for the last 3 years and I'm really not getting any feedback on that. So I'm really hoping that you'll take it seriously.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. And I would say in the future, if you ever want to reach out to the board, we do have our board email and it's out on the website. There's just kind of like a button you click to communicate, send a message to the board.
Oh.
But our secretary gets that, and then those comments are shared with us and also our director, Sasha Matthews. You can reach out to her directly too. And she'd be happy to talk to you about it. You got everybody here. You got our assistant director, Jill Baker. You got Maria Shoas Gallup, who is our branch director in Farmington, and our president of the Friends of the Library, Stacy there. So you have the whole team. So yeah, feel free to reach out anytime.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
So just to make sure that it's clear, a suggestion like that gets referred to staff. So at this board meeting, that's what we're doing right now, is we're referring it to staff. And then they'll be followed up.
So I am in the right place, at the right time, correct?
Yes,
Just want to verify.
absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And you're welcome to stay for the rest of our exciting meeting as long as we can keep your attention. All right. Any more public comment? All right, seeing none, that will take us to the minutes. I believe that we've all received a copy of the April board minutes, so I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes from our April meeting.
I move that we approve the minutes from the April board meeting.
Or
Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded that we would approve the minutes from the April 9th meeting. Any discussion?
just highlighting the editorial comment.
Duly noted. Any other discussion? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries. That will bring us to the treasurer's report. And so we have our treasurer here with us who is recovering from, I think, laryngitis. So we're gonna give her some grace and turn on our listening ears so we can hear her. Kathy, I'll turn the floor over to you.
Okay, this is as loud as I can talk. Well, I hope you're gonna be able to hear it. I move the board approve the April 2026 operating bills totaling $444,295.46.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and properly seconded that the board would approve operating bills in the amount of $444,295.46. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries.
I move to receive and file the financial report.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded that we would receive and file the financial reports. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries.
As of April 30th, our Michigan class balance was $14,624,792.13. Our April earned interest was $44,976.88. Our year-to-date interest was $178,878.
Shall we read it?
Poor thing.
On April 1st, our daily interest rate was 3.7564%. And on April 30th, it was 3.7456. So it hardly changed at all, which was really. That's it.
All right, thank you very much, Kathy. Just want to highlight again, the move to Michigan class was very significant and instrumental in our ability to fund these phase one projects. The money that we've earned in interest over the past few years is what's allowing us to do that. So thank you very much for your judicious management of our finances.
Yeah.
That will bring us to Friends of the Library. So Stacy, I will turn the floor over to you.
Thank you so much. We did not have a meeting this month because everything is in train for the membership appreciation party, which will be June 5th here at the Minor Library. We are going to move to a buffet style dinner rather than a box luncheon and cut costs by approximately half for that, which is great. And have non-sad wraps and potatoes.
I'm sad.
So when we did the survey last year, which we got a good response rate, north of 80%, which, you know, is unheard of. But, you know, if you give people the opportunity to tell you things, then they tell you things and they're like, everything's great but the food. So, you're all invited, absolutely. Invitations will go out shortly, probably, next week sometime. And, I, once again, thanks to the library staff who are gonna be there and work it because that's how this kind of stuff gets done.
I volunteered for one.
Great.
I'm so good.
Good, you're very good. Yes, and there will be wine.
Good.
Chris will pour wine. Love it. We had a busy April. We had the semi-annual book sale as well as the odds and ends art auction. And the odds and ends art auction was great. And thank you to Chris and Sharon Snodgrass for getting the donations and donating some of the wine and getting the lovely snacks. Everybody had a good time. We had a great fundraiser, I think more than last year and more than the first year. We made $1,300 with gate and art, and Jillian had to put a stop to some of the art coming in because there was a lot of it. So that seems to go really well, and we get people coming back. So happy about that. The book sale was down from previous years, and I think it is a couple of different things. One, we've been so successful month over month in the new area that I think that there's less of a draw for people who want to come and buy when they wouldn't otherwise have a chance to. Secondly, I think it is because we have been running this in tandem with Bookstock that takes place at Laurel Park Place. We have overlap for the past couple of years, and actually the turnout is better for that because I think people go to Bookstock and then they're like, oh, let me go to see what's up. So I'm gonna try and time it with Bookstock here if we do it. We have donations coming in apace, so I don't think that's gonna be any different. And also we have had an overwhelming response for people who want to volunteer. We're telling them they have to be a friend before they can volunteer because we have too many friends who want to volunteer. It just takes, your regular person, except for the teenagers who can move things around that are a little heavier sometimes, but not always. So we had a great success with Northville High School because we have people who live within Farmington Hills who are going to Northville schools. I think it was National Honor Society and then it expanded. Anyway, we had a lot of kids come in and they had a good time. And they did a lot of good work. So it's very interesting to see how many volunteer opportunities are not available to them anymore because of the Youth Employment Services Act and because of the fact that it's just a lot of work to engage with volunteers. It's very worthwhile, but it is a lot of work. So I don't know if there's anything that the library would want to do about that because I think staff have enough on their plates right now. When we ran volunteer programs here for teens in the summer, it took a lot of staff time to coordinate that. So, and we have some board openings that I will announce at the membership appreciation party in June. If anybody wants to, we have some really great active board members who are doing wonderful stuff and changing things up and bringing in some new and fresh ideas, which I very much appreciate. So it's been a day. So thanks.
Did you want to announce a number for the book sale or?
Oh, we probably took in 2,400 in cash and I think a little over 1,000 in credit card. Maybe more than that. I would have to double check it, but I have the cash numbers in mind. So that was down from about, I think we had 48 to 5,000 last year. So it's down about 1,000. And I do think that inflation and gas prices and just general belt tightening are happening. We're not going to necessarily go and spend money on a book, even though, our prices are really pretty good if you look at the area. They're not fantastic, but they're pretty good.
I do think though that even though this is anecdotal, I had one neighbor who said she wasn't gonna go to the book sale this year because now she can go shopping. It's so easy to just look at the books anytime. She
Right.
loves to buy used books.
I love.
But now she said, now I can look at them anytime.
Right.
So
So
I don't need to
yeah.
go piling through all these, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, it really
That's
is
just one anecdote, but
But I do think you can extrapolate from that, even though it is just an anecdote, because I think that it's been so successful. We have had sales that are like, we've gone up, what, 50% in terms of sales month over month since I mean, from the previous,
Yeah.
before the bookshop. That it really is, you know, something to consider. And so we're really sending forward looking at online sales through eBay and possibly Amazon Marketplace, because we realize an 8 to 10%. I'm sorry, 100%, 80 to 100% price increase versus selling it at the book sale. A lot of these are very esoteric, and they have a very small niche market that we just can't, they would go unrealized.
Cool.
So.
All right. Thank you, Stacy. Any other questions for Stacy? Okay, really appreciate it. And just a note, you know, this membership appreciation luncheon that Stacy mentioned is the event formerly known as the Friends Gala. And so at our Friends board meeting this year, I think we all collectively decided that wasn't the appropriate term for that event, and that this might be a better fitting term for what actually happened at that event. And it would open up room if we decided we might actually need to have a real gala, right, in support of some of the upcoming capital projects. So thank you very much.
I think it was your idea.
Yes.
no one really wants to talk about it.
All right. Thank you very much, Stacy. That will bring us to the director's report. So Sasha, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you. Wanted to start by just talking a little bit about some festivals we've had recently. We had our first, probably first annual Arab American Festival on April 19th. We had over 400 attendees, and they enjoyed art, dance, music, and a taste of the Arab American culture, some great food and drink. I think everyone really enjoyed themselves. It was a great event. And then we had our AAPI, which is our Asian American Pacific Islander celebration, shortly after on May 3rd. This is our 6th annual celebration, and it always is a big hit. And so it was a great event this year. I presented at the school board last week on May 6th. It was very well received. The board was great. I had a little meet and greet ahead of time with them, and we actually were chatting so much. We were like running down the hall at the right time to get to the meeting because we were chatting and talking, and we were like, "Oh, we gotta go!" and like ran and slammed in our seats, and we're like, "Okay, we're here." But great members, and it was great to talk with them, and they were very excited to hear about everything we're doing. And I highlighted some of our student resources, and some of our stats and renovations and things. And what I always try and highlight as much as I can is that you can get a library card if you live, work, or go to school in Farmington, Farmington Hills or Farmington. And because so many times we hear, "Oh, I live outside in like Southfield," or but I work in Farmington or Farmington Hills." So we always try and highlight that, especially for our schools. Just a reminder, summer reading is beginning June 1st, our Summer of Stories. This is our all ages reading challenge, or reading program, I shouldn't say challenge, reading program. So we want to encourage everyone to participate. If you're already reading, why not read for some prizes? So we're really excited about that this year. Our first grade field trips are happening at both locations, I believe, and there's been some very excited, eager faces in the building. We do those twice a year. So we pass out applications ahead of the event so parents can fill them out, and the students come in and get a tour, a story time, and they get their library card. So it's always, you can always tell when they enter the buildings because it's very loud and excited. So I believe they're going very well. We just received knowledge or information that we have received the Bosch Community Grant again this year for $38,000, I believe.
Right.
Um, That will go toward our digital learning platforms, coding resources, some technology, environmental programs, and community education materials. So we're really excited by that. And um, we just got notice of that like last week, I think. So it's a great community grant that we apply for every year, and it has been very helpful in keeping up some of our online resources. And it also, we're thinking, we put in there the shared technology is our study room technology for our new study rooms and existing study rooms. So the funding for that will come out of the Bosch grant for the TVs and the electronic infrastructure for those rooms. So very excited by that. Some staffing updates. I don't always put an update in, but I wanted to let you know on April 6th, we welcomed Alice Howard. She is our new Assistant Head of Adult Services. She is primarily working at the Farmington branch, and she brings some valuable experience in programming, collections, and partnerships. So we're very excited to have her join our staff. And then I also wanted to give you just a little update on, if you are familiar, I believe I've talked about it at previous meetings, the web content law, WCAG. WCAG stands for Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. It's a new federal law that all city, government, federal websites have to be ADA accessible, and we're ready for it, and we were excited that we were ahead of the game, and then they pushed the deadline back a year. But we are compliant. We have added a component to our website um, that it's an extension, like a web extension, that allows all of our PDFs to be read with adaptive technology. It's called Doc Access. So that's already live on our website. It was a small fee, and it was so beneficial. Instead of trying to train staff into how to change all of our PDFs, which there are thousands of them, into being web accessible, this does it for us. So that's a little extension you'll see if you go onto the website and click on a PDF. You'll see that it asks if you're using a screen reader, and it makes it adaptable. So we were ready for ahead of time. So we're ahead of the game by a year now, but that is live on our website.
Excellent.
Yes.
Is that something we have to pay for annually?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a very reasonable annual cost. It was less than $3,000, I
Yeah.
think. It was a great resource, and many libraries that we've talked to are using it because it's so reasonable, and it was well worth the money because the staff time it would have taken to do all the work would have been well over that.
I just really want to
Sure.
appreciate that you got this done, and share in being proud that it's done ahead of the schedule.
Mhm. Yes, we
And-
pushed hard to do that.
And then I just want to inquire, do you have any good ideas about making sure, sorry, allergies? That, making sure people know that they have this access.
Well, it's an automatic thing. It's an automatic add-on to our website, but I think that is something we can put out on our
Yeah,
like in a newsletter or
Yeah.
on our website to say
Accessibility networks.
to let them know that we are WCAG
Yes.
compliant in advance
Or
of the.
maybe better words than WCAG.
That's the national.
That's the
Yeah,
national standard.
that's what it's called. Is WCAG. So it's the web content.
But
Yeah.
I do think that this is something to brag about.
Yeah,
So there should be a brag book on that.
I agree.
I agree as well.
And it also translates all into there's tons of languages
Mhm.
too, so any PDF, not only is it accessible, but as soon as you open it up on the side, it'll offer you to choose a language to translate, and it has all of the navigation. It's really great.
So we don't have to have everything translated in advance.
Do we already have this?
Yes.
And if I want to look at it and try it out, what is it called?
Well, when you go to our website, if you click on, say, the minutes to our meetings, when you open up the minutes, it shows up in that, and it'll have the option for a screen reader, and then on the right, it'll give you the option to go into a different language. It's primarily for PDFs because screen readers can't read typical PDF format because of the way they're formatted. So this puts it into a format that can be read by a screen reader for people with vision
You
impairment.
have to make the click.
You have to make the click to make it accessible, but the language is on the right. You can just switch it into the language.
I love that. Any questions, any more questions or thoughts for Sasha? Okay. Thank you very much, Sasha. All of the work, the entire staff, I would commend two big festivals, for sure. I was able to attend one of those festivals and got accosted at the door to join a group dance. So I got to dance with Jill, and Maria that day. So that was exciting, and really appreciate all the effort that went into making that first annual event a success. I think that was a follow through from last year, and it was a really great day. All of the things that you covered, Sasha, you've been busy. School board presentation, if you guys haven't seen it, it's out there on the FPS website. I would encourage you to take a look at their meeting to see Sasha's presentation. She did a really great job representing FCL and bringing the school board up to date with the connectivity between our entities, number one, and all of our upcoming building projects as well. So she gave them a nice preview. And I got a few comments from school board members afterwards who were very pleased and excited that she came. So we love all of that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, that will bring us to our committee updates. And so first and foremost, we have personnel, another committee or a committee that has been very busy. So Sasha, Delhara, boy, Delhara, I'll turn it over to you to give us an update from personnel.
Somewhat busy. We were invited to WCBC, which is the Working Conditions and Benefits Committee. It is a committee of staff that get input from all of the staff, and they work on different issues. And if there are certain things that they feel need to be addressed, they elevate it to the personnel committee. And so as long as I've, been here on the board and personnel, there's been this relationship with WCBC. But this is the first time that we were invited to their meeting, so we could actually meet the committee members and put some faces to what this entity is. And we just kind of talked a little bit about what personnel committee is working on. And I'm really glad that it happened. I appreciate Jill W., who leads that committee right now, for extending the invite to us. They meet quarterly, and so from now on, they'll send us a little update of what they talked about at their meeting. And it's just a channel of communication that has been expanded, in my opinion, that didn't maybe exist in the same way before. So I'm appreciative of that. As a committee, one of the things we are working on that we got from WCBC, I think maybe at the end of last year or so, was a request to explore a policy for tuition reimbursement for staff. And so we've been looking at what other area libraries do and offer, and trying to develop a policy that would fit all of the staff, not just our librarians, but our communications folks, and really any role you have. If you want to level up and continue your education, how can the library support that? And so that's something, and we have kind of a long runway, because that will be something that, in terms of budget, if it's approved, would go into effect in 2027. So we have a unique opportunity to actually work with WCBC, to have them review the policy, give us some feedback. And that's something a little bit unique in how we've kind of put policies together before. So I'm excited for that. You all will hear about it in the coming months. And then the other thing I think I want to share is we just recently talked about some staff policy, just doing some reviews of policies that Sasha and other staff members are really looking at, revising policy, updating as it's needed. And so that's something we'll bring, I think, next month to the whole board as we personnel committee reviews and gives feedback. Kathy, is there anything else you would add to personnel? Okay. That's all for us.
All right, thank you very much. Any questions for Gahara? All right, seeing none, we will move to facilities. So Sharon, I'll turn the floor over to you.
Yes. Well, we'll start with our two guests were Steve and Aaron. And they both presented, different information. Aaron, first time we met him in person, He was very dynamic, gave you a lot of confidence that he had things under control. And he is the same person that two of the people we talked to for recommendations, he was on their job. And I can see why they thought the young man was so good. By his first presentation, he came ready with his information. There is Sasha has a recent list of the cost of the project. I don't know, does everybody have that?
I shared it, yes, just
Yeah, showing what the existing numbers are. So he explained how he operates. He was very impressive. And I'll let Sasha add a few comments too, because and Steve, my question to him was, how did you go from a 3,000,002 project to 5,000,002? And then if that's how much the first project costs, what is going to happen to the other five? You know, it becomes much more extensive for 5 or 6 other projects. So he said it's creep, it's what was the right word?
scope creep.
Oh, it's so creep. So it's like when someone's building a house, you hire them to build a house, they say, well, while you're doing that, why don't you fix the garage floor? Oh, why are you doing this? Why don't you fit? Then it's called the creep that you say, well, let's put the underground in the parking lot is a good example. We won't put in the EVs, but let's have the wiring ready. So those are the kind of things that creeped in. And he wasn't real specific and say, here are the 12 things, but his basic is that you've added a lot of things to the project that weren't anticipated. And I think Aaron's a very good budgeter when it comes to what all the pieces of the contract are. So I have a lot of faith in what he prepared and what he said. So anyway, it was a little disappointing to find out that our basic numbers we started with are way, way too low. So we'll have to deal with phase one, how to handle the rest of the phases, because we might have to regroup a little bit on what we thought we could do. And we put that in Ernie's ballpark. So one of the add-ons was a hydraulic adult changing station. The wiring into the parking lot were 2 examples. There's new estimates. It's a brand new one out for the project, and it hasn't been bid out yet. They don't have a contract with Adams Companies yet, and I'll just have to let Sasha tell a little bit more about that, where she is on that part.
Yes, I received a draft contract from Aaron last week, and it has been sent to our attorney for review. And as soon as I get it back from the attorney, I'll be sharing it with the board as a whole. I'm just waiting to get it back from the attorney.
And the bid process starts in May or something? Or?
It is open right now. The bid process is open right now. It was originally scheduled to close May 21st, but I believe that's going to be pushed back to May 28th. And Aaron will be here on our June 11th meeting to present the bid packet or the bid package, the selected contracts for us. He'll be here in person. So basically, after the bids close, he conducts post-bid interviews with all of the selected companies to vet them and make sure that everything is good. And then he creates his whole package that he will then present to us. He is going to come to our facility meeting prior to that. So I'm going to talk to you, Sharon, about maybe pushing the facility meeting back a little bit because he needs a few extra days to get that together. But we can talk after the meeting about that. And then he'll be here on June 11th for us to vote on the bid package.
Yeah, he's planning on being at the June meeting with the presentation, which would be, I think it'd be important for everyone to meet Adam to see
Aaron.
who you're working with. And the other thing was, he offered if it would feel comfortable about the staff feeling comfortable, because he's already been walking around with his plans. I saw him, that he would have, have a lunch for them and meet them. And so you can meet who was the construction manager. And I'll leave that to Sasha to say it's a good idea or not. But, he's been doing this for a while. And so he has some good ideas, some good suggestions. That's kind of where we were with that. Anything else for that section?
No, I think that's
That's
accurate. Yeah.
We also talked about from Peter. He did fix more lights in the upper level, Farmington Hills, and work on the track lighting in the upper hallway. So he's going to look at, there's no bulbs, but there's lighting that's supposed to be there. So he's going to look at that. Peter's very good. If you give him any suggestions, he follows up right on it. The sidewalk repair is going to be done now. It's not waiting for the phase to get done. And there's been an RFP put out for that. And there's another quote for the archway painting because the first one seemed to have fallen through. to paint those big rusty things, just because they're not gonna be fixed for some time. One of the things that brought up the digital sign rotation is that it appears that it's very sensitive. People are very possessive of what's on the sign, you know, and they say, "Oh no, we put that on there." But one of my things, every time I see the sign, it says you can get a library card. So the question became: is there are other things on there? Is what is the timing sequence of the rotation, or how often should you put? There's an art auction tonight. You should it every like 2 minutes, or you only do it the day of because there's a lot of events and things going on. So the sensitivity of how long that the sign should rotate and what should be on it. It's a very personal, I think, with the sign rotations. But I know that when I happen to come, I see the same thing. Get a library card today or something like that. It's in green and white. So that is a little discussion that you wouldn't think that you'd have to think about it, but you do because it's marketing and it's advertising. So that was kind of our topics. That was plenty. And if anyone has any new ideas or new topics, just tell us, you know.
Thank you, Sharon. It's funny you mentioned about the sign. There is a science to all of the messaging pieces, right? And so, how often does it rotate? And then how long is the light, right? So how long does the average person sit to view the sign potentially? There's all kind of factors we could be thinking about. I'm just happy that you can read our sign. That was the main goal, and I really appreciate that.
One thing that I noticed that we now have signs in the parking lot that say no parking for the library. When did those go up? Those little white
Oh, the
signs?
staff only parking? They've been up for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a long time, I asked, why does the post office park there?
Oh, those are still there. I mean, we don't have anything preventing people from parking back
But
there.
it says staff parking only.
Oh, only on the front.
Those probably for 3 or 4 years, several.
That's only close to the building. It's only for the right close to the building. It's not back there.
It's not back there.
Sharon, as you know, it doesn't make the post office any never mind because they park there anyway. So yeah.
Thing is, okay, you can't just like charge post office, but maybe the post office has something that we want. You know how you can make a trade? So you have to think about, maybe they can do something for us, because we're always letting them park there.
Well, I think there's one big elephant in the room that they could do for us. I think you're right about that.
So,
You're right about so you're giving us a new approach. So I think we go over there with our arms folded and we say, let's talk about this parking thing.
yeah,
And you can't do it anymore until you do this other thing. Yeah.
But we don't have another thing.
We do have another thing that we need their help on. So and it's the paving the road. Yeah, so that's a great idea, Sharon. All right.
It's not my list, but you know, I threw it.
It's a worthy addition. I appreciate it. All right, thank you so much. And I really appreciate the judicious nature that you're approaching the building project. You have a facilities committee, not a master plan or a construction committee, but you very much do fill that role for us. And believe me, I think our intention will be to look at those costs as closely as we can and minimize excess costs. I'll put it that way. So thank you very much. All right, that will bring us to the Finance Committee. I don't think the Finance Committee has a report. We did not have a meeting since the last meeting, but we most certainly will have one after this meeting. And then that'll bring us to unfinished business. I do not believe we have any unfinished business. That brings us to new business. So under new business, we have the item of the Real Point contract to discuss. So Sasha, I don't know if maybe you want to tee it up a little bit, or Stephen, if you have a motion ready. We can go either way.
Well, just reminding us all back in March, obviously we've been talking about owner services, owner rep, and we're becoming more educated about that as a board. We were in March presented with a kind of draft contract from Plant Moran Real Point for the initial part of our strategic journey here for real estate and real estate consulting services, leading eventually to owner representation services. So at this point, I'd like to move that we accept the proposed contract from Real Point Plant Moran with an initial fee up to $26,000 for real estate consulting services and reimbursable expenses.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded that we would approve the Real Point contract as described. Any discussion? Yes, Chris.
Did I just be clear, it's for the one lump was 25,000, he was gonna do an overview plan. And then we would decide whether we wanted to hire them for continuum, like per year, right? There's two sections to it, okay,
I'm reading here of
and we're voting on the 25.
well, 3 at 26, because they have in here for reimbursable expenses.
26.
Another trial, so that's in the first phase, and in the second phase, because they weren't able to specifically quote a price because we didn't have complete plans at that
Right.
point. So now that the plans are more complete and there's a better understanding of the scope of the long-term project, then we'll have to negotiate their fee schedule, the percentage of it.
Okay, thank you.
But at the last meeting, we said we were gonna put that part out for bid.
Yes.
Yes, and after we had that meeting, I started investigating bids and the RFP process. And I discovered that Plant Moran Real Point has the state contract for their services already. They've already been vetted through the state. And Oakland County also already has them as a contract vetted through their process.
They told us that in the presentation.
I wasn't aware of the state contract, but they have the state
Okay,
contract,
okay.
yeah. So going out for RFP process was going to be more costly and expensive. And after investigating our professional services, part of our, what is it called? Our bylaws type finances, we don't have to go out to RFP for our professional services, which is what they're considered. And they would be submitting a whole new contract for us. It would be a different contract. And I talked with Ernie and some of the finance committee, just kind of propose instead of extending this time that we need them now to help us with where we are now.
So, Sasha, to be clear, I have no objection to that at all. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
But we somehow have to clean up our minutes.
Yes, we
So
have.
we have to clean up that the board took an action. The
Mhm.
board's gonna have to rescind that action or something.
Sure.
I don't know what it is. Frankly, I don't know what it is we need to do. But we need to undo that.
That
'Cause
we're
at
not
this
going out to
point,
bid.
What action do we have to undo?
We said we were gonna send this out for an RFP.
Oh, for.
I don't care that we don't, that was not my objection,
Sure.
my objection is. The board took an action and we gotta somehow unact that.
Well, make another motion then.
Yeah, maybe the board could entertain a motion to rescind the motion from last month's meeting to,
Make that motion.
okay.
Once we're done with.
But we're not rescinding the motion, we're now rescinding the decision, and that's fine, or so, but somehow we have to clean up our minutes, that's all.
All right,
Suggestion.
I don't know, I have to think,
well, let's do this.
let's finish this motion.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
motion
let's
is
do
still
that.
on the
It's on the
table.
table. Is there any further discussion? All right. Seeing none, all those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries. And I think now we would entertain a motion to rescind our decision to put this particular contract out for bid. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded that we would rescind the action to put this particular contract out to bid. Reason being that it's not required under our financial policies for professional services
And it will delay.
Mhm.
and increase costs. Yeah.
After. Yeah.
Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries. And thank you for calling that out, Chris. Very important because we did take that action, right? So we want to keep ourselves in alignment.
That's an auditable.
Mhm.
Offense, we'll call it. I hate to use the word offense, but that's what it is, so. All right, thank you.
Yeah, it's not an offense, but it's auditable.
All right, and thank you, Stephen.
Thank you.
That will bring us to correspondence. Jim, do we have any correspondence?
Yeah, we did have one message to the board regarding a question about what the library does with when our computers reach end of life. And the person was asking because she was interested in having computers donated to a quote new community center that's located at 9 Mile and Middle Bell. And so Sasha's already been working on with Pat what really what can we do? Do we really have computers that are usable by anybody when they reach end of life here? So that's kind of in staff's hands right now.
Okay, excellent. Always great to recycle and reuse if possible, and if it can be done.
I'd just like to make a comment. I think it's critical to recycle. And Sasha's probably right. They're not, mostly for the most part, they're not gonna be reusable. And so then, you know, if we give them to somebody and they're not gonna then recycle them, we're just contributing to electronic waste, which is not good for us to do. So I do just leave it to Sasha's decision making, but I think that we're probably better off doing electronic recycling for computers that have no life left, because the definition of not having any life left is you're dead.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just think that I just want to offer that my opinion, Sasha, into your thought process. Because I've just seen a lot of small nonprofits, they collect these electronics, they can't get them up and running, they don't know what to do, and they just end up putting in the garbage.
Yeah,
And we don't want that.
Yeah.
We don't want that to happen. So that's it, that's my
I think
opinion, I'm just putting it into your thinking.
I think that's an important point. The thing about what really causes these machines to become in end of life stage, though, is the lack of like ongoing support, security upgrades, and such, right? Which, like, technically they could probably still work, but the company, we won't call their name, but maybe it's Microsoft, right? They aren't going to extend support or security patches for this equipment anymore. Now you have people out there who are like, okay, when that happens, we'll take old machines and convert them to Linux, right? Which is a different architecture and still would provide security. So I know Pat knows all about that. So we'll wait on his recommendation and see what he thinks about it.
Regular garbage, I'm happy.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know that they used to have a company that would come and pick up.
We do currently do electronic recycling. I think Pat has them out. I think it's like almost quarterly. And we've been cleaning out stuff from Heather Hills. There are a few things like the big tube TVs that even they won't take. And so we're looking into other avenues for that kind of thing.
I would say marketplace because there are some people who want those two TVs.
There are,
Yeah, there are like old gamers that want like the CRT
retro.
experience. They will
Yeah.
pay for that. So that'd be my thought. Jim, any more communication?
That's the only correspondence.
All right, thank you so much. That will bring us to public comment. Any members of the public who wish to comment? All right, thank you. That'll bring us to trustee comment. Any trustee comment? Any additional trustee comment? Okay,
Can I say, I'd love to say that I was in attendance both at the Arab American Fest and API Fest along with my family. So we had multi-generational, my parents and my nieces and nephew. And it was so wonderful to see the continuation, certainly with API Fest. Shout out to Crystal Sexton who led that so wonderfully. She's done in the past, and all of the staff that worked on API Fest as well. It's the Arab American Heritage Fest. It is lovely to see people in our community that aren't always represented being celebrated, and I certainly learned something at both of them. Hopefully others did too, and so just wanted to say Arab American Fest continues, and this is the inaugural of many. And same with the API. So just shout out to the staff for doing that, because I know it takes a lot, and our local businesses and partners that help us make that such a success. It's lovely to see.
I thought it was excellent.
Mhm.
Just see all the happy people, you know.
ditto. Okay. All right, seeing no further comment, I think we can consider ourselves adjourned. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Thanks, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.